Hello and welcome to Sporking News Podcast. I am Scott and I am trying to use this brand new mic and I don't know if it's working. So we're going to find out. I want to first start off by thanking everyone that's subscribed in the last few days. I've actually jumped up quite a bit. I was at about 207 on Friday and I'm about to check and tell you right now what I'm at. And I should have had this all set up already, but that's what happens when you just go for it. So right at the filming, I'm at 246. Holy cow. So that's from a shout out from Nerdrotic and actually being on his Friday Night Tights for about a half hour. Thank you to Gary and also Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers because he shot me the link. And definitely my brother, Stephen Walton, get his book. Fandom Menace. It's a chronicle of the history of the Fandom Menace. He's selling them right now. So please, I don't know if you can hear my cat, but my cat's going for it. Please support him. I'm going to put a link to his book sale in the description. Also to John Talks, he threw my profile in his live stream this morning, and I gained definitely a few from that. So thank you very much. But again, this goes out also for my friend Seth. Seth, this is what I mean when I say please like, share, and subscribe. We are old. I get that. So I'm going to explain it. Like the video. If you do, you don't have to. Thank you. Share it. That means you go to the share button and post it to Facebook or the Facebook or to Twitter or the Instagram. Please do. I'd appreciate that. Subscribe. So when you come up on my page, there's a little red thing that says subscribe. If you click on that and you have a Gmail account or you have a YouTube, account set up, you can actually subscribe to my stuff. It's nuts. And then there's a little bell that pops up. And if you hit the bell with looks like it's ringing, you can actually hear about everything I talk about. Or you could just not listen to any of that and just say no bell. That's fine too, but please subscribe. All right, on to what I was, I'm doing this for. So, I am not clean cut. To all the new subscribers that came on because Gary or somebody told you that, I'm worthy, and I appreciate that. I'm a one-shot guy. I don't usually read what I'm going to go ahead with, like the articles. I don't know how to do the split screen stuff yet, so I can't, read along with me yet, but I'm going to get there, okay? I got a microphone. So that is pretty cool. So anyways, I am going to read the article, and the article is from Express. So that's express.co.uk. Blimey! It's English UK. Get that? Or Scottish. Or Irish, I guess. Right? All you guys, let me know. So this is about Anthony Daniels, and he is C-3PO, if you don't know. Now you know. And so he's talking about Star Wars feud. C-3PO star speaks out. He was unpleasant, rude, and hurtful. All right. And let's see what he's talking about. I already know because I kind of skimmed it. This is by Stefan Kyriazis. That's the writer. Sorry if I don't know how to say your name. That's another thing you're going to know. I could watch something 1,000 times, read it 100 times. I'm still going to forget or screw up the name. You're going to learn that about me. So, best buddies on screen. The men behind the droid duo famously feuded behind the scenes. R2D2's Kenny Baker claimed Daniels didn't get on with anyone, but personally insulted and disrespected him in particular. He said Daniels looked down on him like a piece of calling the 3-foot 8-inch actor Little Man and dismissing his work. Baker called Daniels the rudest man I ever met. In public, Daniels once sniffed. That sounds like something he would do. He seems artsy. Sniffed. It was like working with a bucket, but never addressed Baker personally, his personal slurs. Probably because he's a wimp and a beta male and waited to pork. Baker died back in 2016 and still waited 3 years before he talked any junk. Bet you there's a book. We met to discuss Daniel's remarkable new book, I Am C-3PO, which gives an extraordinary insight into the pleasure and pain of filming every single Star Wars movie. Pain. You guys are actors, and some of you, might have started when you were really young, so you don't really understand what pain is. But try working 7 days a week, lugging, welding machines up flights of stairs and lifting cable through a whole... You guys don't know what pain is. All right, so stop saying that pain, because I did my own stunt. I ran up a ladder. Stop it, okay? You guys act awesome. Wish I could, okay? But I didn't have the balls to go do that. You did. I give you credit for that. But stop making it seem like you guys have the toughest job in the world. Okay, on we go. Star Wars movies, a feat unmatched by any other person. Right, so he's the only one who made it through, was in all of the Skywalker trilogies. So that's 9 movies so far. The way I look at it, they're going to need more movies to close this one out, When I asked about Baker, Daniels is clearly still hurt after all these years. Kenny decided that he wanted to say unkind, unpleasant, rude, and hurtful things. It got worse and worse, and I rather like Mr. Trump if... And great, I said his name, so now this one's going to get screwed up with the algorithm, so please share. And rather like Mr. Trump, if you say it often enough, people believe you. Okay, whatever. Attack Donald Trump, my president, for no reason. There's no reason to bring him into this, but whatever. As for their work, I gotta stop that. As for their work, Daniels bluntly gives his opinion of the differences in the roles and performances. The subtext is that Daniel clearly believed nobody else could take his place in the golden suit. It's because you're a freaking toothpick, dude. All right, you lucked out getting that gig. All right, anybody could be like, oh my lord, oh, Wookiee, oh. You people think so highly of yourselves. But may not think the same about R2D2. No, don't, because you're the classically trained, most likely. I can't stand this crap. He once said about later films, Baker's name was only on the credits as a talisman. Wow, I never noticed that. The fact is, we didn't really appear or interact together. He was in a box he couldn't do anything with. He couldn't hear me. He never made a sound. I had to work, frankly, very hard to believe that this object, he tapped a glass of water on the table, was my best friend. R2D2 never spoke to me, but I had to believe it was real. I created all of his dialogue in my head, so C-3PO had something to react to bring our conversations alive. Well, you are an actor, bro. It's your job to act. I mean, look at them in the prequel series. Everything was green screen. Everything almost. I think it was like 90-something%. So, to me, that's really acting when you have nothing around you but green. Okay, bro? That's acting. And I know you were there. But again, you're a thin guy who fit in a suit. Let's see. Daniels reenact a scene delightfully giving R2 a rough East End accent. He is monetarily animated before adding, I think everyone just took it for granted and didn't realize what I had created. These days, they have a performer on set for BB-8, and I believe the script has his dialogue in English. It is so much better to act against. I wish we'd had that in the earlier days. So wait a minute. BB-8's dialogue is in English? So like BB-8 actually is, they actually wrote out what the beep boop really means? I kind of would like to read that. See the garbage they wrote with that one too. Another source of tension throughout the decades was Baker's desire to capitalize on the fans' love for the relationship between the characters. He really wanted to go on tour and do conventions together. Oh, he kept asking and I said, no, I don't want to. He didn't take it very well. Baker claimed Daniels looked down on the conventions, which I do not doubt. This guy sounds like a snob. Every interview I've ever heard of him, he thinks he's, again, a Shakespearean actor. Okay, maybe because you did it once in university. But the actor speaks warmly about fan events and the joy they bring him. No shit, he's going to say that to you. I remember with such joy what it was like meeting with the fans at the first ever Star Wars convention. Daniels has stayed closely involved with Star Wars events as well as hosting special concerts and presentations. So he's not making money off of it? Come on. Clearly it wasn't the conventions that were the problem. Yeah, clearly it wasn't. I guess that's the end of the article. Wow, way to end it. So my take on this is Daniel's a pretentious prick. Okay? I've always thought that. Even as a kid, C-3PO to me was a pretentious prick. You know, he always looked down to R2D2, always thought he was better than he was, always was scared to do anything. So now in this one, what are they going to do? They're going to wipe his memory, which I am totally against, and make him like a battle bot, because we see him with a weapon in his hand, and it's the bowcaster in his hand in the artwork. So you tell me what they plan on doing with C-3PO. But from this, he waited 3 years till Kenny Baker died to speak garbage about him, okay, and make fun of him and say pretty much it was all his acting. All Kenny did was spin around in an R2, tin can, as he says, and that kills me, because first of all, Kenny Baker probably was sweating like a madman in that suit. Little people did not get people of vertical. I don't know what you guys call. I don't want to be a jerk. So little people, they vertically challenged. That's what I am. I'm vertical. I feel like I should be about 6'3". I'd be a lot thinner. But Kenny Baker, I always liked the guy. He always seemed like a pleasant guy. And yes, he was R2D2. I don't care if he made the beep bop sounds. All right. We knew after the first movie, Kenny Baker was in that suit. And I always knew, to me, he was the actor, Kenny Baker. As in Daniels was C-3PO, a pretentious prick. So I don't know how you guys feel about it. Let me know. This video is a little long. So comment down below if you agree with me. Does Daniels come off as kind of arrogant when you see him on footage or listen to any of his interviews or read anything he's written? And to attack Kenny Baker after he died just to sell a book kind of sounds like he's the one being a little bit of a gold digger. Yeah, I'm a loser. Thanks again to everybody for subscribing. Please don't unsubscribe. I swear I'll get better. And remember, if they start calling you names, they've already lost the war. I hope you have a great night, and may the Force be with you.